stop sign somewhere. I don't see it.
Hello, this is George F551, and unfortunately the hidden camera died, so I gotta do it the way the rest of the people do it, is with a regular camera. And as you can see, I'm jiggling it around a little bit, trying to find the best way in which to hold it and be not so suspicious looking, because people hate cameras. Not that that's the point of it, but anyway, this is the walkthrough for Black Friday, the Mall of Whitney Field, Leominster, Mass. Due to a pet death in the family, which had to be taken care of on Thanksgiving, they moved the dinner to today, Black Friday, so I was not able to go to Solomon Pond. So Solomon Pond will be the Christmas Eve run, and hopefully I'll have a hidden camera at that point. You will see cuts taken out of this footage as employees, or if we get too close to people in a manner I don't like. The image stabilization's not the best, neither was on the hidden camera. The only good thing is 60 frames per second. That's about it. So again, because of a pet death in the family, we're swapping roles. Black Friday is the Whitney Field run, and Christmas Eve will be Solomon Pond. And you can see another death in the mall. Bath and Body Works. That's not a good sign. On the plus side, there are 2 new stores that did open in the mall. Unfortunately, one was a big store that closed, and a really big store also closed as well. So, basically, it looks almost the same, except slightly busier. And there's an anime store that's to the right, in which that is a new thing, and we'll get another look at it as we go by. So, this was a bit hard to do. And like I said, I aimed the camera away and played with it like it was a phone, so, no one would know the wiser. So, anyway, I'm just gonna be quiet and let you enjoy the Black Friday edition of the current state of the mall, Whitney Field, Leominster, Mass. As we're heading into the Burlington. And if I have anything to break in and talk about, we'll do that. So again, 60 frames per second good. Some of the camera work not so much because it's an actual camera and we know how much employees and security loves that. So, yeah, not the best. But anyway, enjoy.
Seriously, I was like, I started laughing and being like, no, she's not how long for.
This I found rather disgusting. This happened last year during Christmas Eve. Look at this. Everything's just thrown around and left there. Are the shoppers really that terrible? One of these days I might just do a general walkthrough of a Burlington here and a Burlington that I know exists in Billerica and see, is this a store thing or is it just the people in this area are animals? Here we are back outside the mall, and I do want to apologize, of course, for the camera kinda, the aim being a little low at times. Like I said, I'm looking for employees and security and trying to hold the camera in a way that's not obvious. So sometimes the view drops. So that's a thing that will happen. But I look at the screen every now and then to make sure that we are aiming high enough that we're getting hopefully some decent footage. So there's Hanoush, which there's hardly anyone there. They closed that gate that's on the corner because apparently they're sick of people that just use that corner of the building to cut through. Not that it's that big of a difference anyway. Then we get stuck behind this guy, but that's alright. He's moving fast enough. And there's going to be a little chunk missing pretty soon because there was a security guard right outside of his office, which is right about here. So, and just like that, we went through the chicane and heading towards the JCPenney. And again, we check the camera to make sure that it's aimed somewhat appropriately, and then it drops. Then it will be rising. So I mentioned there's two new shops. One is a anime store, which we will kind of see on the way back, and gonna kind of almost see it here, but where the Dunkin' Donuts used to be is now a confectionary shop, which the food court does need stuff. The food court here was never good, even in the mall's heyday. As we round the corner, it is a little early. It's about 10 o'clock when I was doing this, so most of the restaurants aren't open yet. There's the confectionery store right there. None of these businesses here are closed, that is, out of business. It's, like I said, just a little too early. In fact, the teriyaki place will open the gate on our way back. La Graza Kitchen will still be closed. It's still a functioning business. So then we got the giant shoe department right there. And as we head towards the JCPenney's, we can see that they've already got the Santa Claus Christmas set up here. And we'll take a little look at that before we head into the JCPenney. It's closed. Again, it's a bit early, but we get a shot of it. And now, camera dodging here at JCPenney. And we also do, to some degree, go through Gardner Outlet Furniture, because good thing about the Black Friday is that they are open the whole day. The reason they seem gone during the day before Christmas, they close ridiculously early, as I found out. So the Black Friday, yeah, that is actually a good time to do that. So again, I'm gonna go silent, let you enjoy the walkthroughs. At this point, I realized that I skipped the part that I normally go, walking by. And that was when Sephora used to be a thing. We would just walk by and see what's going on there. But since the last couple years, JCPenney took the space over, made it their own makeup department. So, as you saw, we turned around and we came back the other way. Although, like I say, pardon the aim, I'm paying more attention looking for security and employees, and just looking at the camera once in a while to see that it's pointing somewhat in the right direction. And that also accounts for some of the jitteriness as well, trying to make them think that I'm using it like a phone. So that's the walkthrough in JCPenney, and now we're heading back in the other direction. As you can see there on the right, although we're looking again at the bakery, and now you can see the sushi place is starting to open. But again, the K Jewelers that used to be on the right has finally closed. It was on its way out the last time. And the big Rue 21 store that was here, as you can see, that's also gone now. One thing I have noticed on the left wall there, which will once again be shown once we get by these people, is there was a cutout. Makes me wonder, is something going to happen there, or did they just simply need access? And coming up, next to the Hanush Jewelers, is the new anime store. Once we get a look at the finish line and see that no one's really there. And there it is. Did not go look inside when we first went by, because it actually had a bit of a crowd in there. So that was a busy store, unlike the Torrid. And this mobile phone store, and again, the dead Bath and Body Works, they moved to the Water Tower Plaza. Anyway, I forgot to go into the Old Navy, but we do ultimately do that after we go through the Gardner Outlet Furniture. So, since they're actually open, we'll get a look here and there. As again, it was kind of an employee fest, so a lot of edits. So let's take a look inside. There were actually people in there. Not a ton, but for a furniture store, yeah, not too bad. So the old flip camera died because I didn't get the thing fully charged. So I'm back to, well, I shouldn't say back, but we are now using my mobile phone, which, yeah, it has the best picture and stabilization, but it makes it a dead giveaway what we're doing. So there's a lot of edits because there's employees everywhere. So again, let's just enjoy this while we can. Yeah, couldn't get much footage there. But that more or less is the walkthrough at Mall Whitney Field. Although we get a quick look into Spencer's just to, as we go by, just to see. No one there. So we're not going to go through the Joann's. We tried that last year and it's just set up in a way that you can't see anything. It's claustrophobic, so it wasn't really worth doing. We end at Lens Crafters, and this is George F551 saying, hope you enjoyed and have a good one.